everyone, I'm Vic Viper.
I'm Standard Steve.
And I'm 2-Bit Goomba.
And we are Arcade Decade. Here at Arcade Decade, we want to share our love of all things retro. It's retro gaming from a Gen X perspective. From Pong to today, we got you covered. Today we're here to talk about one of our favorite beat-em-ups, Captain America and the Avengers. You guys ready?
Okay, go!
You stupid man!
Oh! Data East.
Data East. 1991.
So this was a cool game when it came out at the time. I remember dropping tons of quarters on Turtles a few years earlier, and then to have this with some of the best heroes that no one cared about at the time.
I cared. I was a big comic book freak, so this was like a dream come true to me.
And
It was taken after the comic book.
For me, like, here's the man, Iron Man, which I was an avid reader of, but he was a B-rank hero at the time. Like, everyone now thinks of Iron Man as, you know, you have the MCU and how important he was, but at the time, he was a B-rank hero.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the first hero in the comic book to have an addiction?
Yeah, probably.
Like, wasn't he addicted to alcohol?
He was, yeah. That was a great storyline, too. Demon in the Bottle.
Superman's addicted to sunlight.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Where do you remember playing this? Remember same place as I do, right?
Probably Top Dog.
Top Dog.
I love Top Dog.
For anyone who doesn't know what Top Dog is, that was the greatest place. So, it was an arcade, but you had 39-cent hot dogs and 39-cent hamburgers. And we ordered about 9 apiece.
Yes, great deep burgers or great F chili on top.
Yep.
Literally a step above dog food, and nobody cared.
In the back. I didn't work there. I just saw.
You saw the box that says grade D?
I saw the box that said grade D.
Hey, what do you want for 39 cents?
Seriously.
Remember they charged like $1.09 afterwards, like in the towards the end of their run?
I thought it was only grade A meat, but not there.
Here we go.
The red He has nice teeth.
With the absolute worst laugh for a villain.
Yeah. So this game is okay. So there's a lot of great dialogue in here. You could laugh at it, but I think it's more of a love letter. We've been quoting this forever. Like how long we've been quoting this game?
Since it came out. It's seriously, like, this has been part of our dialogue, and if you haven't played the game, you'd think people saying these lines are absolutely insane, but the truth of the matter is, it's really funny. It's really funny.
And now you're passing it on to your children.
Bye. That's cool when you put a coin in.
Yeah.
Whatever he's saying there, I don't know. Fly, fi, I don't know.
Fight?
Fight. So 4 players.
Yes, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't care that we were standing next to some sweaty friends or even strangers.
Yeah.
Ew.
As long as they didn't pick up all the power-ups.
I love the jobs they have. Adventure. What was Iron Man?
He's an inventor.
Inventor.
Yeah.
Illustrator. Captain America. And Hawkeye was... What was Hawkeye?
He was in the circus.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it said on here.
A circus clown?
At some point we have to talk about the fact that the Hawkeye is just so ridiculously out of place on this team.
No reason for it.
Like, the rest of them are so overpowered.
Okay, go.
Avengers assemble!
Well, I noticed Hawkeye's not even on the screen.
Not yet, because there were only 3 of us playing it, so I do put him in later on just so you can see what he looks like.
Oh.
I also love the fact that here you are in the midst of, like, you got these people with super strength, laser beams, but they're picking up rocks.
And they hurt.
Yeah.
Like the soda cans will kill a guy in one shot.
Yeah.
It's like the old Superman shows where they would throw the gun at Superman. They shoot him with, they shoot the gun, shoot bullets at him, bounce off his chest, and they throw the gun at him with the other bullets.
You know the one thing that always bothered me about this game? Vision. So Vision did have that color palette, like, well, that's a video game talk, but he looked like that in the comics, where he was just all white, like that. And they actually kind of, they tied that into, was it WandaVision?
Yes.
Remember that, where they tied that into?
Yes.
Now it makes sense.
But I just, wait,
That was at the end of WandaVision.
here's some great dialogue. Why should it goes well?
It didn't port well.
No, the translations were.
The Living Laser and Claw, both really cool bad guys. You know, Claw being more of a, was originally a Black Panther bad guy. And Laser was more an Iron Man, you know. But, yeah, so I wish that Vision had his original colors, the red and the green and the yellow and stuff. I really thought that'd be cool looking. So, any of you ROM hackers out there, I put you to task.
And the fact that Vision would not have a single instance of A, getting hit, but he could probably kill most of these villains instantly if he wanted to.
A little bit about the gameplay here. So you had two buttons. You had a punch button and a jump button, but you could do different things depending on... Okay, hang on. Here's another...
Same laugh as Red Skull. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. So, this is where you fight the bad guy. Okay, here we
You
go.
can't escape. You will be the one escaping.
Yeah.
Great comeback, Cap.
You'll be the one escaping. I can picture Cap like, huh? What are you talking about, man?
Steve, we've got to work on your comebacks. This is,
That was terrible.
Yeah.
I know you've been in the ice for a few years, but that's we don't use that anymore. At least graduate to your mom.
Yeah. Yeah. So like Turtles, remember like Turtles had a combination of two buttons depending on when you press one. If you press both at the same time, they did like some like kind of like powerful move. If you hit a jump and then attack, it like did some kind of like air kick. If you hit jump and then attack immediately, it did more of like a another attack. Or if you hit like, if you stagger it, you can do some kind of move that makes you fly across the screen or something like that. Iron Man's was the most powerful.
Yeah.
That's where I like playing him the most on these boards. Come later, when it comes to the shooter boards, Captain America is the man in that one. Like where he's in the sky sled and just shooting with this.
And in Hawkeye too, like Hawkeye
Right.
was pulling out arrows in ridiculous fashion. It was-
So Hawkeye does have a place.
yeah, it's just not realistic.
Cap looks pretty sad there now.
Ah,
Hurry, Avengers!
they're going too slow for the Cap.
And why?
Target Town. Sentinel?
That looked
Yeah,
like X-Men.
that's
Avengers assemble.
So I think this is like the quickest I've ever gone through this board. I was just... You're going to see the one part where I... where I'll leave it... I'll talk about it when we get to it, but we're fighting the Red Skull. But yeah, like it was just... This was like a fly-through. This only took like half an hour to get through, roughly.
Can you imagine if you're putting quarters in this?
I know.
Oh,
We've done it.
I imagine putting
Yeah.
quarters in.
I can imagine quite well because we've done it. Oh, here you go. Thanks, Wonder Man. Thank you, Wonder Man.
And again, another hero who could instantly decimate most of these villains.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I brought you a glider, Cap, since you don't know how to fly.
Yeah, you guys are on your own from here. Hey,
Well,
where
he
you
knew he
going?
could take them all out at one
Yeah.
shot, so he's gonna let you have a shot of it.
Yeah. Where's Wonder Man going? I don't know. He's getting a shawarma over there at the fair, I guess. Getting some funnel cake.
He's got a date.
He's watching.
He's taking out Wanda. Vision's pretty sad.
Now, these flying boards were cool because, like, you see how Captain America's flying through these. Like, they balance it off. So, like, the two of the weaker characters, like Hawkeye and Cap, were, like, on these levels, they're a lot more powerful.
Yeah.
And again, like, you hold the button down. That's another thing you can do. Like, you can have, like, a shield move, like a block move. Like,
Yeah, that was
in
cool.
the other one.
Are there any cheat codes?
So this one here, that's a wasp pickup there. You see, now you get the wasp to help you
Oh
out.
yeah.
Now, if you don't push both buttons, she doesn't do anything. You have to push both buttons for her to actually attack things. But she
Right. Yeah, she's...
Oh, that's
I
cool.
didn't tell you that one thing, but whatever.
Was that
See
the
how fast we
Ant-Man and the
decimated
Wasp?
that thing?
Is it like Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
The Wasp?
Yeah. Actually, in the movies, it's Hope Van Dyne. These from Janet Van Dyne, the mother. So Hank Pym would be the original Ant-Man. Janet Van Dyne would be his wasp.
Oh,
Yeah, she's here without him because he punched her in the face. That was his thing. He was abusive.
wait, that true?
Well,
In the comic
yeah,
books?
he backhanded her, one of the things I remember
terrible.
seeing. And then, like, Mark Millar really ran with it when he came with the Ultimates line where he was just abusive. Well, I love Mark Millar. By the
Kill
way,
you
Did I just
all.
say, I kill you all?
I kill you all.
Did you ever say, I kill you dead?
By the way, did you happen to see, like, on Arcade Decades, the Twitter, see where they had Mark Millar actually responded to him? Was it tweet?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Legit. Mark Millar responded to me.
What'd he say?
I said something on the lines of about Mark Millar being the best in the business right now, and something that he keeps putting out quality. I don't know if he keeps up the pace because he puts out so many books. And he responded, he's like, "Cocaine for breakfast?" He's Scottish. You know?
No, he didn't say it. That's hysterical.
Yeah,
That's really cool that he saw that. So
I know.
he had to feel good.
Right.
Maybe I'll watch this. What else did Mark Millar do? He got some-
man.
Did he do... What's that? It was a movie too, right?
He did quite a few of the Kingsman movies. The
Yeah.
Kingsman Secret Service. He did Wanted. Remember Wanted?
Yes.
Kick-Ass was another one.
That's what I was thinking of.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Silver.
Here, hang on.
You came here to die.
No, I didn't come here for that.
You'll be the one dying! Steve, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Steve, please stop.
You'll be the one dying. What?
You came here to die. No, I didn't come here to die.
Cap, we don't kill.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's stupid.
Stupid man.
Talk about the fact that you just had to fight a Sentinel that was just called Giant Robot.
Yeah.
This is starting to look like the MCU, where they have a whole bunch of X-Men characters in it, but the X-Men don't exist. There are no mutants.
What do you mean?
I always liked Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper's always a really cool character.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to talk. My last boss was Whirlwind. You know, he's another
Yeah.
cool bad guy too. This is Grim Reaper. No, really.
Avengers.
Look at how he stands. He's like flexing.
Much Grim Reaper in this one. He's like, woo.
Look at his face. What happened? What just happened? That's what's called that next.
I think it's up to no
Is
good.
he smoking?
With some of
here
that
it
Nazi
comes.
business.
Challenge from the bottom of the sea.
Avengers of
That's cool looking. I like the background.
Yeah.
The battleship. It is like a comic book, like an old comic book, like Crack. Wow.
But they were going for the helicarrier there.
Blam.
Yeah.
Waboom.
What an evil thing you've done! Beauty superheroes. I'll shut you up for good.
The smallest guy on the screen called the Beauty Superheroes.
Yeah.
The wizard.
I can't move.
And why was the wizard underwater?
Yeah, right? He just loves surprises.
The wizard
He's
is
a
not
wizard.
strong
He's
at
a.
all.
Yeah.
And
No!
also, it is 3 against 1, and that's not really fair.
Well, I mean, Red Skull did hire almost all of the villains, so...
That's true.
They're in the sea.
Oh, thanks, Namor. You couldn't have got that guy before he jumped up here?
Right. There's another flying board. You can see there. Now this time you got Cap in a diving helmet as opposed to the sky sled.
Yeah.
He's an excellent swimmer, too.
I hate to be the one that's underwater and fight these guys. How does he shoot arrows in the water?
Awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that shield wouldn't be making too many waves either.
Making waves.
What is Camp throwing? Oh, that's his
shield.
Oh,
I'll make seaweed out of you. We got a mech taco.
So
I'm sure it's supposed to be octopus.
right, so taco is the Japanese word for octopus, so that's why it's called mech taco. And he just actually did not translate that one piece there. So
Why is it just like an octopus a taco? That's awesome.
yeah.
That's just one of life's little mysteries. A cool mystery.
So if you had an octopus taco,
Yeah, taco.
you kind of like, are you translating yourself there? Or?
Taco.
That's like the Japanese Little Caesars. Taco.
So you
Yeah.
want 2 octopuses.
Wouldn't that be octopi?
Yeah.
True.
Oh!
So there's some trivia to this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this arcade version makes an appearance in the 1994 movie Airheads.
Oh yeah. That's with Brendan Fraser was in that. There's Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Dropping us some peas.
Again, another hero who could handily defeat most of these guys in an instant for you. Just stops over and drops a big friggin' Necco wafer in the middle of the...
Shoot that. Ooh, the back of the head he got. Ouch.
You're useless, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye just so...
That was Brendan Fraser,
Hawkeye.
right? Airheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how Hawkeye has the arrows, but he uses his fist.
Yeah.
You're the same. Like, why is Iron Man even punching someone?
Nice. Love
The
it.
best.
See, we have to get a soundboard for all these things. We have to get all these.
Ooh, he's power face guy.
Wow. Same laugh.
Yeah.
There it is again.
I love how when he hits you, he has to stop and laugh at you. As he poses over you.
Like, the Red Skull, I know he's got some sort of psychosis to him and all, but the fact that he required every single one of his villains to laugh in that specific manner,
Yeah.
it's like, it's part of your contract.
So the thing with Mandarin. Now Mandarin was really cool villain. The MCU, in my opinion, dropped the ball on him.
Oh, terrible.
So bad.
Terrible.
Both times.
Yes.
They actually had a chance to redeem themselves with that short, which was at the Hail to the King.
All
whatever
Hail to
it
the
was.
King.
All Hail to the King, yeah. Where they actually brought it back and showed that Ben Kingsley wasn't the Mandarin. And
Right.
The third Mandarin was real, and then they ruined it again.
Yep.
In the Shang-Chi movie.
Terribly.
Mandarin's such a cool bad guy. He was like Iron Man's arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Back in the day. He was really cool. 10 rings with 10 different powers.
You cannot beat me.
You've said that before.
I think I know why they're laughing like that.
Oh, why?
So I was just reading here. It says the Red Skull has assembled an army of supervillains and is using a mind control device to dictate their every move. With these superpowered slaves under his control, he seeks to conquer the world.
Red Skull's face there. That's a little weird.
That's probably why they laugh like
Yeah,
that.
he's actually laughing through them.
Wow. See? It was all deliberate.
It's all about titles.
Cool. Let's go.
That's good sound effects.
If I were me, I would not be coming out that door. Let's see what's going on out there. I'm like, nah, they can handle that.
It's like, hey, I'm going to investigate that noise out there.
You must go. No, I don't want to. No.
That's a missed opportunity. I think they should have a door that opens. A guy sees
sees
the
it
big
close,
eyes.
yeah.
The big eyes, and then the door just closes slowly.
Oh, baby or die. Now, this is terrible. Like, see, first of all, Juggernaut's like a flea man from Castlevania.
Right.
Like, Juggernaut's a huge...
He should be gigantic.
He should be. He should be huge, and he should not have a red lens in his eye. I don't know what that's about. Never saw that before.
Man. It's like a Cyclops.
But how about he got pounded? You know what I mean? Like, he's already almost dead.
Yeah. the irony of Hawkeye taking down Juggernaut.
Yeah.
That's just not happening.
He's like rolling around and doing all kinds of acrobatics. Like, oh, it's really not Juggernaut.
No.
You know? It's kind of like when they put armor on the Hulk. Like, okay, metal armor on the Hulk? Yeah, that makes sense.
I know, I didn't understand.
One more P.
Go!
No. What are those robots?
Yeah, they would have to be because you can't show them killing people.
Mortal Kombat can come for a year or two, dude.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Cap gets his
Hawkeye's ready.
redemption.
Hawkeye knows what's up.
Where is the laser? Ask the police.
Why?
Alright, Cap, you're off the hook. That one was worse.
Yeah.
that's the police.
Can I just ask
What,
you?
I'm asking you right now. You know where it's at.
The police don't know.
We're in space. Why would the police have any idea where the laser is?
Space.
And honestly, isn't this whole facility the laser? Why did we ask?
Where's the laser?
You're standing in it.
Be like when those internet trolls Google it.
Ask Bing.
No one asked.
Ask Jeeves at this time, right?
Yeah. But that Jeeves was the original.
I don't even know if that was even
I
available
don't
yet.
think so. Probably not for a few more years. This is 91. That's probably like 95.
Yeah, internet's not even really fully accepted there.
Like 95, 96 is when the internet started getting big, right?
The old intranet. The old World Wob, whatever it's called, right?
I can't tell until I look it up. I'm going to have to put my AOL disc in.
Yeah. Ultron.
They just leave them there, too.
Avengers.
Tony's like, I'm going to pick that up for parts later.
I figured Hawkeye'd like pee in him or something. Like he doesn't know. He left it wide open.
You just defeat him, then you just pee on him. That's the worst.
Hawkeye.
Well, that is how you end a
can't
robot.
take
You
you
need
anywhere.
liquid.
Right.
We
He
can't
used to be a
take you
bad
out.
guy, you know, Hawkeye. So some things just start, die hard, I
Hawkeye was a bad guy?
guess. Yeah.
I didn't. That's what made him good.
Love.
Oh, the power of friendship.
Nice.
I think that's something to do with Mr. T or something like that.
Yeah.
I paid the food.
Yeah,
You
he
got
taught him the meaning of Christmas or something.
Told him to stay in school, drink his milk, obey his mom, and that was it. He was like, yeah, you're right.
That's what kept me on the right track.
His bow grew 3 sizes that day.
I question these guys' methods too from that. Just spin into a whirling dervish and then just careen at you.
And how did Wasp get into space?
Like,
He's amazing.
Brian, like, I knew you'd be here, guys.
The vastness of the
Space
universe.
is an infinite.
Small universe.
Yeah, I see what you did there, Wasp.
Funny scene.
Fancy running into you here.
Hank backhanded me while I was small and launched me into space.
As Giant Man.
Yeah, glad you guys were here to pick me up. I'm filing a protection order when we get back to Earth.
I know Hank.
Yeah, I hated that though. Yeah, it's like
They make them
I
like,
know.
in the movies he's nice.
no. I love Hank. Movies. Except that last movie. That was Ant-Man 3. I hated that.
I saw it on the airplane. Movies are just better on the airplane. It was like on my cell phone.
Better than Crashing, I guess, for that.
The movie Airplane is better.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
We're all caught.
no. Break.
Oh, literally says break.
That's been my plan with everything. I got to be honest with you.
yeah.
There's nothing that you put in here that I didn't intend to break.
It's broke Juggernaut, you broke Ultron. Break
It's
you.
funny they have to tell you to break it. You wouldn't know to go.
Back there, we got some bones and a little foreshadowing here.
Yeah.
I think things right. See when he's jumping, there's like a shadow underneath.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love this game. It really is one of my favorite beat 'em ups.
It just has funny dialogue.
Oh yeah.
Have to do that list. Then favorite beat 'em ups.
Yes.
What would count into that?
Yeah. There's Iron Man's shield when you hold him.
Oh, what's this?
That looks fun.
You guys can literally fly.
Yeah.
I love a
Why
slide.
are you sliding?
There's crossbones.
He annoyed me as a boss. I really gotta be
Now,
honest.
see-
Like the other ones were easy.
This is the controller. I don't remember there ever being two controllers. I remember there being one person. I mean, I could be wrong. You know.
Yeah.
If I am wrong, let me know in the comments. But this is something that I just thought there was one controller. I never knew there being two. Whatever. But the crossbone, I thought it was really. I never for some. This was around like BlizzCon '91. It was like, you know, this was like my senior year in high school. So at this point, like, I was broke, so I didn't really get comics as much. You know what I mean? So I went and I saw this and I'm like, who is that? I never heard of crossbone. He's the only guy I didn't hear of in this whole game. And then I looked up, like, I saw some, you know, some comics, read some comics on him. I really like this character. He played a real cool role in the dude that Steve Eptig and Ed Brubaker storyline of Captain America. He was real cool villain. They brought him into the MCU too. He was the guy in the elevator. Remember that Cap beat up in the elevator?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Yep.
Then they did him dirty in the next movie.
Right.
That's not good. Who played him?
I forget the guy's name. He plays like a tough guy in the movies. Not the. Okay, here we go.
You can't go through.
You'll be the one going through.
You'll be the one going through.
Dang it, Cap! We talked about this.
Yeah, can't believe the dialogue up there. Pops.
We're sending you for a week to spend with Peter Parker so you can learn how to actually make comebacks. Ooh. Clustered.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, in my opinion, the worst boss in the game.
The toughest?
Yeah, it just is so annoying. Like jumping everywhere, you got the mines to deal with, ranged attacks, and it's just like you thought you had them, and all of a sudden you were exploding from a mine.
Now, first off, I was a huge Captain America fan back then. I still am. I never was not. So Cap was always my guy. Steve was an Iron Man guy.
All the way.
So it came Civil War. Steve here, this is Standard Steve was on the wrong side. Just saying.
On the wrong side by winning, you mean?
No, losing.
So you two have a Civil War too?
Yes.
I'm just saying that Iron Man was never part of Hydra. That's just...
That's new stuff doesn't count.
Says you.
Nah.
Okay.
They don't know how to write anymore.
I love you. See you later, crossbones.
Did Hawkeye just execute him?
Yeah.
So,
Here we go. He did pee in
Smoking.
Ultron, so. He's got,
See ya.
he's got his business suit on. You know it's an Italian Armani suit. You know? He's not gonna, you know. He's a high roller, you know that.
He's 2 feet away from them, and then he like just goes slowly moves away, and they can't get him.
But they went to some bridges.
so the ones they were using to put the rest of these guys back together because he's running out of robots.
They should have watched the dodgeball movie.
Yeah,
Dodge a ball.
Rich can dodge a ball.
Another underrated classic.
You know what? Wouldn't Thor would have been cool here? Ah, here we go.
He's too
You
powerful.
can't escape.
It's not over yet. So check out Red Skull. We give him the beat down so bad. Like, he wants to pull up this old school judo.
Yeah.
Like to give you a nice judo chop, but
see it.
he has no opportunity. Like look at him. He's ready to give me an old school judo chop, and he's like, I'll have none of it.
Where does cigarette go?
You gotta put it down. He's gonna fight.
He swallowed it by accident. That's why he's sucking so bad he can't catch a breath. You're like,
He's dying to unleash that chop. Watch. There he is. Whack. Here, at one point in time, I have to let up on him so I can give him a chance to fight. Watch. All right. Okay, let's go. Go ahead. Let me see what you got.
We took Iron Man out of
No, I must have been relentless. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It's another trap. You stupid men.
Yeah. You stupid
Wonder
man.
why you beat him so easy.
That's right.
finally.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Finally, Cap.
Teach you the meaning of justice. Yeah, that was a good one, man. Let's go with that one.
I've been waiting all week.
Look at there, like here. He's just having the smoke, you know, watching the robot fight for him. Yeah, look at him. He's chilling over there.
He's maniacal.
You got the big zither with the cigarette at the end.
Oh, look at that laser beam from his chest.
He's stealing the powers of all the other villains.
Oh, that's cool.
He's cheating.
Red Skull. He's got to be probably one of the most inherently evil villains, right? He's not a maniacal, like a homicidal maniac like Joker or anything, or like Carnage. But he's evil to the core, and he's a Nazi, right? How much more would you worse would you get?
That's true.
He's a legit Nazi. He was Hitler's bellboy. And like felt like, you know, got like a man crush on him.
Oh my god.
You know, and like
I didn't know this.
not so to speak, but he just, you know, wanted to be like Hitler. I don't know, he just was enamored by him.
One more hit. One more hit.
Yeah, that last bit of life always lasted for a long time.
That's not right.
I think it goes behind their picture.
No.
Watch
I'm gonna
out.
fall. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna break.
You didn't see that one. That's why you should have made that out of glass.
True.
You have that weak of glass on a spaceship? You stupid man.
Thank you, Wonder Man. So I didn't take back what I said about you earlier, Wonder Man. If you weren't here, we would have been in real trouble, so.
Of course, if you had just gone and handled this.
Where are they flying to now? Back home?
Probably to get more funnel cake at the circus.
Okay. Is that the moon?
There's the laser.
Oh.
Yeah. See, we didn't have to ask the police after all. It was there, in the moon. We should have known.
You should have
They were
said,
flying
ask
on
an
the moon all the
astronomer.
I thought it was farther than
Hmm? Yeah.
that. Oh, thanks to the brave and valiant efforts of our heroes.
Ah, this plane was crushed, literally.
Oh, yeah. So, as far as like my favorite like comic-based beat 'em ups, right? So you had this, X-Men, the two turtle ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Spider-Man one. Remember that one?
Yes, I do remember that.
I played that at the Top Dog in Wilkes-Barre. The other one down the line.
They didn't have another.
Mm-mm. And they were real big
Ugh,
ones.
why? Such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, Avengers Unite.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What's going on?
What's this?
What's this?
What
Hmm.
is that? Is that the Red Skull?
Oh boy,
Oh my!
it's not over.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
I
just
need more
want-
quarters.
Kids just walked away from the arcade. That definitely would have walked away.
So there was the Spider-Man one had the four people you played, which was a weird group of characters. So you had Spider-Man and Black Cat, which did make sense.
Yeah,
You had Hawkeye again,
he's in everything.
and then you had Submariner.
Oh, we
Oh,
finally
yeah.
decided to
Yes,
join the
yes,
fight,
yes.
huh?
Yeah. I don't know why. Oh,
His
Punisher.
cape looks really cool.
Punisher, where you can be Punisher and Nick Fury. Remember that one? Capcom beat 'em up. That was a great one.
I don't remember that one.
What am I missing? Anything else?
Not in the superhero genre. I guess so.
That's all I can really think of. There were a few more good ones like The Simpsons, you know, I mean, and the Cowboys of New Mesa. That one was pretty good.
Would you consider the
Bucky
Dungeons
O'Hare?
and Dragons?
Oh, that was so good. I love that one.
Tower of Mystara.
Yeah,
That's probably my favorite. I like
that
that.
was awesome. So I like to do a couple more of those too, like playthroughs with those games as well. Get a nice playthrough and, you know.
What was the one? Knights of the Round.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, there's another one too with, was it Magic Sword? Not Magic Sword, that was the other one. Oh. King of Dragons? Where you could be the cleric, like in with the big mace. There was like a fighter that was like he had like a red helmet with 2 horns on it. It could be an elf with a bow. And something else. I'll have to show it to you.
Melon. Can't forget about Golden Axe going back.
Oh, yeah.
I think right
The Avengers.
That's neat.
That's the blue and red flash in there. It's what Hank Pym's going to be looking at when he comes here.
Captain America. Iron Man. Vision.
Yeah, Vision. That's just like a cool cape.
Hawkeye.
Oh, Quicksilver, he was like waving. There he
Yeah, everybody.
Why could we see him?
I didn't see him. Where was he in the game?
Yeah, he's the one who drops off those peas, the power ones.
Oh, okay. There's the Wasp. That's nice.
There's little wingy thingies on his feet.
Those sprites were out of the budget.
Who's that with Vision?
The Avengers.
Hugging him?
Get a little close to it.
It's
I like that.
strange.
Then you got the Fred from Scooby-Doo over there.
Oh, yeah, it is Fred from Scooby-Doo.
No ascots allowed.
Oh, that was great. Great game.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That was a wrap on that one. So, yeah, this one I love. This is one of my favorites. X-Men. Did I say X-Men before?
You did.
Okay, X-Men. That was it. When this left Top Dog, X-Men took its place.
Really?
Remember? And then like you go in there and instead of a 4-player cabinet,
Was there a
it was a 6-player cabinet.
Yeah, I heard about that. A 6
You know, with the screens.
Yeah, it had like two or three screens. Like, oh man, oh so cool.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. That'd be a cool one in your house.
Yeah.
That might cost a fortune.
But and even like some of the bad guys on there. Maybe there's probably a better talk we'd actually better have for when we sit down and review and play that game.
Let's play that game.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think? On a grading level, A, B, C, D, A plus, B plus, whatever, what would you give this game?
So, what's the highest?
An S, I would say, is the highest, reserved for only the greatest of all time.
Right.
So A plus.
I would say it's a solid A, maybe A minus. It did have some repetition issues and you know, a couple of you know, like you can't even knock the campy dialogue because that's what actually makes it good.
I know.
You know, but really just some, for me, the logic loops that really annoy me as being a logical person. But other than that, be able to play as Iron Man, man, that was the greatest thing ever. I didn't care about the rest of them or the fact that we had fourth wheel Hawkeye with us.
Oh, I love Hawkeye.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really think I would probably go. I couldn't give it quite an A. An A minus is what I would go with it. As far as beat 'em ups go, it's one of the best, one of my favorites. So I would really go with an A minus. Again, the dialogue is something that it's just part of this game that I just learned to embrace. I love it. I love it to listen to it, and for the sake of it being bad, than just listening to really good dialogue. I just love it. Like, it wouldn't have made our top 10 vernacular cuts that we like to sample, you know, throughout these past 30 years if that wasn't the case, would it?
Oh yeah, this is probably in the top 3. That's
Yeah.
There's a few times when doing things poorly actually makes them better.
Yeah. And as a comic book fan, this was a dream come true for me. Being able to play as Captain America and Hawkeye and Iron Man, Vision, seeing all these cool super villains you fight against. Oh, dream come true.
Was this like the first game like this at its time?
Yeah.
Like
Turtles
Turtles
was out 2 years before
Turtles was
this.
first.
Oh,
yeah.
Turtles was 89?
And that was a dream come true as well.
Yeah,
Because you were a big Turtles fan.
Yeah, I was. I was a Turtles fan before even. I was when it was a comic.
You don't happen to have the first comic book.
I do. I have Turtles 1 and 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I actually have the whole lineup. However, the thing is, I think my Turtles number 1 and 2 are not first prints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I
Still.
because it was like through the roof at that time, so I got a second printer, 4th print in one of the cases.
Was that in black and white? The first one?
Yeah, they were. My first Turtles one was issue number 2, like it was a second or third printing, and the cover just grabbed me. It was like this. I actually just put this on Twitter as well. The issue that was my first buy, where it was like that. It was a brown and cover. You had April O'Neil in the jumpsuit. That was in the background. Then you had the turtles fighting these Mousers and stuff. It was such a cool cover.
I think you showed that on Twitter.
I did. Yeah.
But it had the turtle, like, in her chest. Or looking at her chest. And then
No,
the other
all-
turtles, like, fighting.
Yeah, they're all fighting. The other ones, I don't know. I didn't check that. I have to look.
Maybe
at
it
that.
wasn't. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like she had cleavage or something.
Well, yeah, that she did have.
Maybe
I was
that
like, oh my
huge-
goodness.
She did have. She did have that. That's for sure.
She what?
I mean,
I didn't hear what you said.
maybe back in the day, something grabbed me on that cover. I don't know what that could have been. The cool turtles, or I don't know.
I think it was the
Maybe it was the
cleavage.
cleavage. I don't know. That was. I
How
was
old
a
were
kid.
you?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, you were old enough.
Right. Old. Yeah, I was still a kid, so I don't know.
Yeah, you were 13, probably.
Probably. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put the screen up and show people on that what that cover is. But yeah, all right. What do you think, man?
I liked it. I
Two Big
never
Boomba?
played it when I was younger. I never played it. I've, played it here.
Yeah. You
Like
never played this
ported
at Top Dog or anything when it was out?
No, never played Top Dog. But I mean, playing it here and watching it, I think it's a pretty fun game. I would definitely want to put quarters in there and keep playing.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. I think the dialogue
Yeah.
was hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's good dialogue to me. That's funny.
Right on.
So
what do you think?
I agree. I'd give it an A.
Yeah.
Like minus.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think I would, on a scale of beat 'em ups, it's definitely at the top for me. It's an A. If it's just, as far as beat 'em ups go.
Love the Turtles. That one I loved.
Right.
I love. It was just like the TV show. Like when I watched it, and like the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the best.
And honestly, like thinking back to both arcade games, as much as I like Heroes better, and I'd rather play as Iron Man than anyone any day, I think Turtles had a little bit smoother animation. I think
Yes.
it felt like a smoother game
I agree.
when you played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was.
was so much fun to play in the arcade.
Yeah.
So neat.
It was the best.
It was. And what's great about arcades too? Like you're with your friends.
Yeah.
You could actually play with your friends. You're not
Yeah.
You're not at your house online playing with your friends, which is fun. I'm not going to say that as that's
Yeah.
wonderful. But like you're like right with them. Like you're actually going out,
Right.
hanging out. Maybe you went to a movie, then you went to Top Dog after or a place like it, and you're just with your friends hanging out. Like that's fun.
Right.
And and when you're with your friends in person, it's a lot different than just being on your house
Right.
talking on a microphone.
And that's one thing actually I want to talk about real quick. So, the arcades. So, in 91, things were starting to die down. Street Fighter brought them back around this time. So,
Yes.
people brought people back to the arcades. So, really, at that time in the arcades, it was basically fighting games, racing games, and shooting games. I always thought that it would have been... Keep in mind what was really cool at the time. Fighters, like first-person shooters, right? Now, of course, you only play them at home, like Quake, Duke Nukem, all these great games.
Right.
I always thought it would be so cool because they had it in other games, like racing games and other types of things, where they had 4 linked cabs, 4 linked cabinets.
Right.
Wouldn't it have been cool to be able to play 4 people, like Duke Nukem style game? You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
you want to do a deathmatch, that's just what it turns to probably half the time, because that's what people would do if you could hurt each other. But you can make it co-op. You can make it, have a common goal. If people decide they want to shoot each other, then that's what they're going to do.
People did do that later on, though, right? In '96, not at the arcade, but around there when Quake came out, and then they had the landline parties.
Yeah,
and then they did it that would have been cool at the arcade.
I just thought it was a missed opportunity. I thought that really could have brought people back in the arcades because that was the popular thing at the time. Doom, Quake, Duke Nukem. You had all those 3D Realms games like. I thought it was a missed opportunity.
I just wonder what the limitation was if you're an arcade owner and you're having to put 4 cabinets in for 4 people to play, whereas with something like this or with the X-Men, you're getting 4 or 6 people on one cabinet. You're raking in quarters like that rather than 1 per each, and I think that's probably why games like Street Fighter were attractive to them because you always had 2 people popping quarters at a time.
But even if you think of like that, the sequel to like Outrun was that Power Drive or whatever it was. Power Drift. Like that game was multiple cabinets, like multiple racing cabinets.
Right.
And you can play like that took up a lot of room. I think if you're going like 4, like side to side to side to side, it wouldn't take up that much more room than say 2 X-Men. You know what I mean? Because that was a big cabinet.
Yeah.
So.
I think it'd be cool today.
Yeah. I don't know. This game to me was a comics fan dream come true.
Yeah.
Classic beat 'em up.
That is classic.
You had to wonder why a DC version never took off either.
Right. Who wouldn't have put money in to see it? Especially in '91, what was popular at the time? Batman. You know what I mean?
It was huge. 89.
Superman wasn't too far away from that. You had the movies in the 80s.
Yeah. You could have put Catwoman in as one of the guys. As one of the characters, and Robin for all that matters, or anybody really.
Yeah, I think maybe they looked at the logic of it, and having someone like anyone else with Superman in there was kind of pointless.
Yeah,
he's too powerful.
But now,
I don't think they really use logic. They just put whatever they want to. That wasn't even Juggernaut you fought. It was a flea man with the lens for a head.
It was a different painted controller, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
But you all said it best. It's fun just to play as that character.
Yeah.
Like whether you're Superman or not. And Superman wouldn't be like the most powerful thing. He would be, he should be, but it wouldn't be in the arcade.
And then you had
it's just fun to play like that.
And I wanted to recapture this so bad that I went and bought this game on the SNES. So we played it. Standard Steve and I played it, and it was good. It just wasn't the same. Didn't have the dialogue. You only had 2 players. And then I'm thinking, all right, well, this isn't scratching the itch. So I went and bought it on the Genesis too. And that was better. It was a better port.
Yeah.
But still, same. It just lacked something that the arcade just had, and that didn't.
Was it on the Game Boy?
Did you say it was? They threw a plot in there to make it like why you could only play 2 players.
The NES port there, where they had, out of all people, Iron Man and Vision were kidnapped, and basically the game is Captain America and Hawkeye on a road trip across America, fighting people put together by the Mandarin of all people. I don't think it was Red Skull as the main Vision and main villain there, and it was just. It didn't even feel like you didn't have that depth of field. It was more of like a Castlevania platformer where it was just different obstacles to jump up on and try and punch guys as you're walking along. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So what do they tell people? Was it the NES version?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Was that
what do they say? Listen, we need to ruin this game. So which 2 guys?
Well, what they're saying is how do we get it on the NES? Like how do we cash in on this? How do we take this and look at the limitations of the NES and make it work.
True.
Yeah.
But to market it as Captain America and the Avengers was pretty slummy there.
Yeah.
So that's about all I have. How about you?
No, that's good.
Anything else?
No, they were good. I think we've taught them the meaning of justice.
Right. All right, so that's just about it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this retro playthrough of Captain America and the Avengers. And so that will be just about it. We'll wrap this up, and keep in mind, you have 1 quarter, 3 lives. So strap on your unibeam.
Okay, go!
And shoot for the stars. Take care, my friends. Arcade Decade over and out.
Bye.
folks. I'm Vic Viper.
I'm Standard Steve.
I'm 2-Bit Goomba.
And we...